Alright, so today house number one, I'm going to explain the drainage problem. Just to give you a little preface, the house used to flood. A neighborhood above the house that was built well after this house started dumping all their drainage rather than doing it into a retention pond or storm drain or wherever they're supposed to do it. They dumped it into the neighborhood below, which now makes well, I think every house on this street flood. So there was a B-dry system installed that would get any of the water that was coming underground and some of the overground. But there's also a problem with the water as everything eroded out, and I'll show you this in the video, but we had to build a dry creek bed, and I believe it's a 6-inch pipe laid on top of gravel, and then gravel laid on top of that, and then there's a berm on either side of this bed to keep water from going anywhere but away from the house. So there's been some pretty good rains, probably some of the hardest rain I've ever seen and flooding I've ever seen, and it has stood the test of time. So since this is the first house, I don't have any plans on getting rid of it, but I have a little bit of attachment to it since we've had it for so long. So anyhow, that's a little preface to this video. So that's it. Alright, so basically here's what goes on out here. If I step on the snake, I'm going to scream like a little girl. So the problem, the drainage on this house, I'll get up here to where I can show it better. This really needs to be cleaned out. Yep, it does. So let's see if you can see. There's a neighborhood right up there that they built after this neighborhood. And whenever they did, they screwed up the drainage where they dumped all the water from that neighborhood onto this neighborhood. And you can see right in here, you can see even on this fence post, it's eroded down. So water comes all the way through up against the house. Well, the fireplace is right here, and it would flood the basement, all the water coming in. So this house has B-dry. So there's a pump that's in the garage, and there's a trench all the way around the house, catches this water, pumps it out. Now, that fixes one problem, but it doesn't fix the problem of the water that's running on top here and coming through. So what was happening is that water was coming through, it was running under here, and it was, well, I'll let you see. And it was gathering right there, and it was seeping under this door and causing the garage to flood. And just because of the way it was angled, or the way the garage is, it was actually making it into the house, a little stream into the house. So had somebody come out, build up this berm right here. This used to be off as flat as under the deck, but built this up and build this dry creek bed. Now, what's happening right now is, or what's supposed to happen is, all the water comes in, gathers in here, and it goes from there all the way down where the gravel is and dumps out down at the bottom, and then goes under the fence, down the yard, and through the or into the drainage. So that is what's supposed to happen. But it looks like right now this needs to be cleaned out a little bit. Maybe just blown out with a blower would be good. I may have to come back and do that. But anyhow, that's what's supposed to happen. And so far, so good. It's been working. So I'm just going to have to tell them to run the blower out here, or I'm going to have to come bring somebody out to do it. Holy cow. Looks like we caught a few boar beasts. Put that out there last year, I think it was. So anyhow, that is the drainage for this house. Just show where it empties out down here. Empties out right there, very slowly, and then out the fence. So that's that.